Happy Friendsday Wednesday. I am so excited to present to you our debut episode of the Friendsday Wednesday podcast. This is the start of honest conversations between friends, and I'm joined by 5 amazing women who bring humor and love and authenticity to every aspect of my life. And we're here to talk about it all. Our relationships, our marriages, our spiritual journeys, our mental health, our physical health. So if you're riding with us today, or you're with your friends, or you're missing your friends, this episode is for you. Now let me introduce you to the crew. First, meet Janae. Janae is the queen of wisdom, and she always keeps it real. She's basically our personal life coach. Next, we got Anita. Now, Anita, she's just so much energy and love, and she has so much heart that she brings to every conversation. And we cannot forget about me. I'm the one who keeps it real, fun, relatable, and sometimes a little chaotic. And we have Keisha. Keisha keeps us grounded, y'all. She keeps us encouraged when life gets tough. And let's not forget our girl, Odalis. Odalis is the queen of authenticity. She keeps it real and inspirational, and she always brings good vibes. The point of this is to have real, unfiltered conversations, and we hope that you get to eavesdrop on them all. So whether you're looking for some laughs, some tears, or a little bit of an escape, you're in the right place. Now, don't forget, subscribe, follow us on social media, and let us know what you'd like to hear about. We are so excited to connect with you and have Friendsday Wednesday with you every Wednesday. Thank you for joining.
Couldn't wait to talk to y'all today. Like I can't even begin to say how I just could not wait to talk. Y'all think what happened if like you met like a new friend and you were just honest with them, like, okay, listen, I see you trying to be my friend, but I'm not gonna remember your birthday. You probably call me and I'm not gonna call you back. More than likely we're gonna have a conversation and midway through I may get distracted. I might potentially fall asleep on the phone. I might gonna say I'm gonna call you back, but I'm not gonna call you back. Like I'm not a quality time person. Do you think somebody would still be like, I mean, like, oh, I could rock with it. I could be your friend, or
Nope. I do.
and see, that's me. Oh, Dallas, that's
Yeah,
so
I
me.
do.
love
Because
that.
that's who I
Me
am.
every
Like, if I'm the
day,
same way,
all day.
I know. But if you, okay, so we all do that, right?
Yeah.
I do that. You describe me. You describe me from top to bottom. But if I was to say that to Anita when I met her, she'll be like, "What is wrong with you?" No, I don't need you
No,
in my life.
I wouldn't have. I would have been
Yeah.
like, okay.
I would say like you kind of get to know people little by little, just like God reveals himself like little by little. I don't think you come up front with all that. I don't know. That's just me. I will tell Anita, my friends, like, look, I'm not good at names, but that's like one thing, right? I didn't go down the whole long list of all of the things that I'm not gonna do right in our relationship. But you kind of get to know each other and read each other as you grow in the relationship, and then you either like, okay, we can, yeah, I like her, or I like her personality, or I like what she said. I like what she has to offer for me, and so we continue to know more about each other. But I don't think I'll come up front and tell everybody everything. I will not have friends, I promise you.
I hold that word very, I think it's a valuable word. Um, Friendship to me is just pivotal and true. It's who I've done life with. Like when I think of my friends, I think of the people where I was in such a dark place and they would just call and listen to me moan and hear me moan and pray for me and do those things that allow me to be me. But like Janae said, call me on me as well. And they're the ones who grow with you, pray with you, pray for you, support you. And I think it's just, I've been very, very blessed with friends. I I am not quick to call someone my friend. I think there's a difference in associate and friend. And so when I get to the point where I say you're my friend, you are of extreme value to me. But when you're there, I'm there for you. And so I love the idea of friendship. And I think that one important thing is when we talk about friends is I try to make a point of with my friends, I always let them know how valuable they are to me, how much I love them for loving me through everything. And just kind of a sidebar on that is then an extreme blessing when you're married to someone who accepts those friends, are not envious by them, allow those friendships to be what they are, and don't feel like they're being replaced because you have the friends, because most times it's those friends that are helping even in that marriage of calling you and saying, no, it's you. No, I don't agree with you. No, I've had that said to me a lot. Like, no, it's not him, it's you.
We're having that conversation recently about expectations of our friends. And a lot of times I think, people that you might consider a friend have these high expectations of you, and they put you on this pedestal and they replace you with God. Like, oh, you weren't there for me. You didn't answer the phone, and I'm like, well, at the end of the day, I'm not your God. And not saying that I'm putting myself on that type of pedestal, but I've been told that where, oh, you weren't there for me when I needed you. And it kind of took me aback because in that season where I wasn't there for someone, I was going through some stuff. And for you to just accuse me of not being there for you without checking on me, it wasn't coming from a place of care. It was coming from a place of selfishness. And so I just try to manage my expectations with my friends because I don't ever want to be accusatory in that, this person who I might need in that moment not being there for me takes away who they've been in my friendship, in our friendship. So I'm very cognizant of that when it comes to my friends. Like Dallas was saying, some people I know I talk to every day. Some people I talk to once a month. Some people I might talk to a few times a year. And these are people that we've had years and years together where we did a lot of life together. And in that season, we were there for each other. But based on proximity differences, they might have moved away. Those types of relationships sometimes fizzle a little bit. So I think it means a lot to different people, a lot of different things to a lot of different people. But if I call you my friend and if you need me where I can be there for you, if I can show up for you, I will. If I can't, don't hold that against me because you never know what somebody is going through. So
do y'all think we could be honest when people, I'm sorry, go ahead, Keisha.
I was just saying, and a real friend wouldn't hold that against you.
Exactly. And I've learned that. And that's been hurtful, But at the end of the day, I definitely have taken away that lesson and that I need to be mindful of that because I respect what all of my friends have going on. I don't know what your day-to-day has looked like. You might have been, going through a depression or something at work or with your husband or your significant other or with your kids. So I just never want to be quick to judge my
thinking about this podcast and thinking about today being our first official recording for the first episode. And I got all in my head. I'm like, do I really want to do this? If I back out, what does that mean for everybody else? Because I'm not sure about this. And then I was like, really, Anita, are you really here saying that you're not sure about this when you've been so sure before now? Like, what's going on? And it was, I started asking, like, our title is Friendsday Wednesday. What does friendship truly mean? And, when you turn on the news and you see how friendships are and what's happening and just a lot going on, it made me think, like, what do I want to see for this podcast? Because it's Friendsday Wednesday. How much are we going to talk about friendships? How much are we going to talk about so many other things? And then with family members knowing that we're doing this podcast, they're calling me like, oh, I want to be on there. I got a sitting fee. How much I'll pay people to be on there? And it's just so many thoughts have come to mind. And I'm honestly looking forward to learning on this podcast and having different conversations with you all. I'm looking forward to sharing some stories, sharing some personal things in hopes that it can help somebody else. And I'm just excited to see how God is going to move through me and through all of us during this time, the things that will just come from this that can help, like I said, one of us or someone else. Not looking to give any advice at all, but looking for the wisdom, the downloads, everything that God has for us in this space. I'm just excited and ready for it, even though the enemy tried to steer me away from this, because I can't believe I started questioning it like, oh my goodness. So yeah, I'm just, whatever God has for this, whatever he has, that's what I'm excited about.
I think it was you and I that was having a conversation about, I remember it being in college and just being in a super dark place in my life, like super dark place. And I did not know, people say it's always light at the end of the tunnel. I didn't see the light. Like there was no light. Like there was no crack. There was no glimmer. There was no light whatsoever. And to then recognize, if somebody else is in that place, and kind of hearing maybe something that one of us say, or testimony that they can say, even though you don't see the light, even though it seems like there's darkness around you, there is hope. Like there is light, even if that light exists within you, like you can be the light in a dark place. I just didn't understand that. So for me, I'm so excited to hear what we're going to talk about. I'm so excited to hear, like, if it helps somebody else, even if it just helps one person. Like, to me, it was all worth it.
Hey friends, thank you so much for joining us for episode 0 of the Friendsday Wednesday podcast. We truly hope you enjoyed getting to know a lot more about us and exactly what we're all about. This is just the beginning, and we can't wait to share more laughs, deep conversations, and real talk with you every week. Do not forget to follow us on social media. Go hit that subscribe button, and most importantly, get your friends together, tune in together, and just get ready to listen and have fun. The more the merrier. We'd also love to hear from you. What topics do you want us to dive into? Drop a message or leave a comment, and let's make this a space for all of us. Until next time, stay connected, stay real, and we'll catch you next Friendsday Wednesday. And let me tell y'all, so I created this rap. It's called Friendsday Wednesday, but I'm thinking, I'm no rapper, but I'm thinking about releasing this rap once we get to a certain amount of followers, or a certain amount of views. I'm not exactly sure, but stay tuned, tune in, because this is something you don't want to miss, okay? You truly don't want to miss this. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. Go hit the follow button, and see you next week. Bye.